Hi everyone, my name is Arlette. Welcome to my room. So today I'll be presenting my community health field. So the community agency that I worked with was Completely Kids. I chose to work with Completely Kids because I wanted to work with children and then possibly get into the mental health spectrum of the children, but we'll see how that goes. So just a background information about Completely Kids. It's an after-school program. They're also partnered with OPS and some homeless shelters. So they mainly serve to children the ages between 4 and 12. That's the majority of the children. And then most of the children are minorities from the Latinx and African American communities. And then the majority of the families and the children come from low income families. And then the existence of the agency, there's no doubt why it exists. They provide services and safe environments for these families. Some of the the services that they serve, which would be the snack pack program, which they provide food for the children to take over the weekend. So it's really amazing that they do this, because a lot of the children depend going to school to be fed, and most families can't provide food over the weekend, and that gives a lot of stress on the child. Another neat thing that what they do during the winter, they'll give brand new coats and gloves and hats for the children, so they can stay warm. And you know how it gets very cold in Nebraska, so that's very neat. And it's like that saying, it takes a whole village to raise a child. So that's the importance of this agency. There's no doubt why it shouldn't exist. How they get funded is usually they depend on grants. They also depend on individual donors. They sometimes fundraise. So it's a nonprofit organization. So like I did mention, I only worked with them for 2 hours. I worked at the Norris Middle School location. So I worked with middle schoolers. I wished that I would have learned this, or I had enough time to learn this, but I wanted to learn how to overcome the barriers and the challenges through the children and the families, and what they might go through, and learn how to help them to overcome these challenges in their daily lives. Because most of these children, they need someone, they need a role model, they need people around them to help them. So my experience it's pretty cool. Middle schoolers are something else. They're very loud, some are quiet. I mean, it's a very different generation of middle schoolers than when I remember I was in middle school. So you have to be more cautious what you say, what you do. So it's just the way that you say things, or they just need a role model. Usually when they ask questions, it's because they're asking questions for themselves, not really necessarily they're asking about you. It was different compared to working with smaller children. Middle schoolers, they can be tough. But yeah, I don't think it's bad, but I mean, I think it's really important to have these people around them, to show them the world is not how it is or how it seems to be, because at that age you don't realize consequences and how things work. But yeah, and I really enjoyed my experience with them. Very welcoming people, great people that they're just, the people that work there, they're just amazing. Like, they have a special relationship with one of each other, and I would love to work in a place like that. It's not like they're coworkers, they're more of a team taking care of these kids and being there for them, which I thought was so cool. But yeah, this is my presentation. Thank you for listening. Bye.